Hello, lovely people. We are here with the most lovely Tony, of course.
Hello.
And we are also joined by the lovely Anna.
So, Anna, my darling, so how long have you been using OnlyFans for?
So I've been doing it since November 2019, so nearly a year and a half now.
How are you finding it?
Yeah, so good. When I first started, it was just like I had another job, so it's just like part-time. So I've been doing it full-time since last March. So yeah, it's honestly been amazing. Probably the best decision I made.
What were you doing before?
I was working in a technology company. It was honestly awful. I know everyone looks at me and they're like, you worked in technology, and like I could code and stuff. Like I used to code websites.
Oh, sick.
Honestly, everyone looks at me like, what? But yeah, it was just, I hated it so much. It was so boring, so just decided to do this.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, good on you though. Good on you.
It sounds like something that would be boring. Do you know what I mean? And that's no like hate or anything, but like personally
God, no,
to me, yeah, like it doesn't sound like an entertaining job, does it? But so I bet OnlyFans for you now is like such a difference.
Yeah, it's so much better.
How did you start with it then? Like, how did you what socials did you use? What do you use now? What do you find works the best?
So when I first started, I only ever used Instagram, just because where I was doing it like part-time, I didn't really have time to do like anything else. I didn't really know about anything else. I was like completely, I knew nothing when I first started. I was like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? So I guess I just promoted to like people that I knew, because I knew I had that interest anyway. Like people always ask me like, oh, do you have one? I started off with that, and then my boyfriend was like, why don't you try Twitter? He was like, everyone like does Twitter, and I was like, I literally had no idea what I was doing. So I started that like on a different account. And then from there, I started using TikTok. So I say me, the most success I've got is via TikTok. That's like my big thing. Yeah. So I've literally had like 4 accounts deleted and had to like keep they literally just hate anything like with a little bit of boob out, but obviously that's how you get boys. Well, that's how I get boys, just by like showing a bit of boob or like doing something like that. So yeah, I just kept making new accounts, and kept like videos just kept going viral, just because I did quite controversial TikToks, I guess, which got people talking, which just like got me so many views. So the ones that have gone viral were one where it was like a finger down one. That was my first ever one that went viral, and it was an OnlyFans edition, and it was like, if you own stripper heels, if you've ever done this, ever done that. Like there was some simple ones, and then some like more like raunchy ones. And then the one I recently did, which went viral, was like, it was like, girls hate me because, and then I said I have natural boobs. So it literally just, obviously everyone just was like commenting like, yeah, they're fake. So it just went viral because everyone was just going mad.
And for the viewers out there, they are natural?
Yeah. Like now, like I'm wearing a push-up, like a proper push-up bra.
They look incredible.
Yeah, they look great.
I feel very intimidated by boobs right now.
Oh my God, don't.
Guys, I can hear my dog chewing something. Just give me 1 second.
It's alright.
On TikTok, I used it like, I started at the beginning of this year, but it was like too many trolls on that for me, so I ended up like coming off.
Oh my God, you've got to be thick-skinned. They are horrible.
They're awful.
But you just got to think, like, the more they comment, the more it like pushes the views up. So that's the way I see it now. Like I'm just like, if you're gonna sit at home and like write a hate comment like how they're wasting their time, for me it's making me money. Like the more they comment, the more it goes up.
YouTube. Like if you give a thumbs down on YouTube, it still mixes in with the algorithm, so it still pushes my video.
But yeah, like I just find like out of all the platforms, it's definitely one of the worst. Would you say?
Yeah, 100%. I don't get really that many, or I don't get any at all really on Twitter. On Insta, to be fair, I've had like a few girls DM me and be horrible, but they're usually from TikTok. So, but I'm just like, fair.
I have found that with Instagram especially, the only thing that I would say is like the things that I don't want is either girls that boyfriends follow me, or like, do you know the guys that are like, you're a slut and I bet your mum's disappointed, and otherwise like nothing. Like I don't really get hate on there.
No, same.
Twitter is the same, because I mean that's kind of what Twitter's for. Like if you're putting it on there, then people are like, yeah.
Do you not get much hate on Twitter? I do. I mean, what do you consider hate though? Like I get people saying like I don't know, calling me like fat and like taking the piss out of like my body and stuff like that. But then I also get people who are like, you've ruined football, like girls like you ruined football because I like football. Like, do you guys not get any of this on Twitter? Is it just Why?
I'd say I don't get that much hate on Twitter, but if your photo gets put into like the football Twitter, like, you know, there's like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, there's like a group of like, there's some, it hasn't happened to me that much, but other OnlyFans girls, I see their stuff gets to like football Twitter, and that's when you just get so much hate. But like the actual like OnlyFans community on Twitter is so nice, so no one ever really gives hate.
I think that's what it is.
Football Twitter bit, it's like more of like, that's where I feel like most girls get hate, because they're kind of like just that type to not be very nice.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, to be fair, because obviously, like, I push football quite a lot on, because I like support Liverpool, and I push like football quite a lot on Twitter, so I think I get all like the football lads and people who like think it's okay to speak to people that way. Do you know what I mean? They think it's a laugh and they think it's a joke. So that's probably where a lot of mine comes from, to be fair. But, yeah.
And I've seen like quite a lot of girls in the industry get hate, but it seems to be only the ones that argue back, Joe, that gives them like fuel in the fire kind of thing. Whereas like if I see someone, sometimes I sit there going, I want to send this to your mother, you darned thing. But like I just leave it, and then like sometimes they keep commenting, but most of the time they just leave it because like they're not getting anything back from me.
Yeah, if you don't retaliate, they don't care. Like, they're just looking for reaction, really.
Yeah, literally. So, this week we are going to be talking about all things like good and bad regarding subs and our experiences with subscribers. So, Anna, would you like to start us off with a nightmare story of a subscriber, if you've had one?
I've only ever had like one sub where I've had to block them. Like most of my subs are really nice, and I don't know why, because I hear loads of OnlyFans girls have like really horrible subs, but I think it might be because my price is quite high, so like I don't know if that changes it, but I have spoken to a few other girls and they say because their price is lower they get like more demanding people, but mine are usually lovely. But the only one I've ever had, which was just awful, is that he like basically kept like pressuring me to like go on Reddit and promote myself on Reddit, and then I was just like, no, I don't want to, just because I find Reddit is where you get like most leaks, like for me. So basically he kept pushing it, and then he was like, was asking for like different customs and stuff, which I do, which was fine. But he was like, if you don't get it done by this time, like threatening me, like, oh, I'm gonna put you on Reddit, blah blah blah. And then I was literally like, I have such a big line of like customs that I can't get it done by Monday, because I do obviously don't do it in order. Like I say to people, right, I'll do your custom by this time. But yeah, he ended up putting me on Reddit, making a Telegram of me, and then he was just like, all OnlyFans of girls like this, and basically like I was like, I'm not like that. He was like, oh, you're not gonna get it done. I was like, I will, like, I promise. I was like, but he was like, oh, he was basically basing it on his experience with other girls, like telling me,
oh my
like,
god, this sounds like the guy that I had, doesn't it,
Yeah, literally.
And he was like, all OnlyFans girls are like this, like, you're not gonna get it done, like, blah blah blah. And then like I found out, he like put me everywhere on Reddit. Obviously I got it removed, but
like what is his name, if you're comfortable with that? Because other girls who do OnlyFans, like if it's the same guy that you two have, other girls should know. If they subscribe to you, fucking block them. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, they can spend money, but they'll also leak you.
Yeah, I've blocked him on everything, so he probably won't see this, but his name's like Declan HX.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find out. I'll double check, because that's what the guy who I had was like, and it was all over a custom, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was the same person.
Yeah, if they've got this idea of all OnlyFans girls are like this.
Yeah.
But why do you keep subscribing to different OnlyFans girls if they're all the same? I don't understand. Just stop it. Go find a new hobby. What about you?
Obviously, I've had people like that as well who've been like, I can't believe you've not got it done within like 2 hours. I've only asked you for like a 50-minute video of you doing 17 different things and wearing frilly socks and bending in this weird way. But like I actually had a guy, right, so he had the same name as one of my friends. This guy messaged me on my personal Facebook and he was like, hey, like, I've noticed you were doing this, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to meet up for a coffee sometime? It's a long time since I saw you, acting as if we were friends.
That's
and
weird.
I knew someone with the exact same name who was my friend, right? So I was like, oh, like, but I only met him on NCS. So we'd not gone for coffee for a while because we met on NCS. We didn't actually like ever go out or doing anything. And I was like, oh, hey, I hope you've been well, blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't say anything about the coffee. He spoke to me again, and I was with someone at the time, and I was like, do you remember this person? Because, like, I'm struggling to remember, and I've clicked on their photos, and I actually don't recognise them, as it turns out. So then they messaged me on the website that I was working on at the time and put in this chat where so many people could see the screenshots, and they also started commenting my personal details, including like my personal email address, my phone number, my like everything under my posts on OnlyFans. So I messaged them and said, I'm going to block you on OnlyFans. Like, this is not okay. I'm not comfortable with this. You know my personal details, and that is not okay with me. Like, please stop. They're like, no. Like, please, I just want to meet you. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it got to the point. It like really scared me. I blocked them on OnlyFans. I blocked them on this other website. I blocked them on everything, like everything. So they called me on a no number ID phone, like one of the no caller ID things, and was like, I know where you live. And I was like, huh? And they were like, yeah, like it's at this address and I know you're in. And I was like, and bear in mind, he was like from London, so I don't know how this all happened unless like he was like near where I was, which isn't Manchester, by the way. I don't know why you all think I live in Manchester. But he basically, it went too far. Like, I called mum at like 2 a.m. like, Mum, I've got a stalker, I need help. And it was horrible. Like, it was absolutely horrible. And that's why I now only do OnlyFans, because some of you are creepy as fuck. And OnlyFans is very helpful to try and stay safe as possible. So yeah, I don't work on that other website anymore. But yeah, thank you to the people who aren't stalkery. He was like messaging me saying, well, I know your phone number is this, and I know like this is like your personal accounts and stuff like this. And I was sat there like, and he was like, oh, well, if you don't do this custom by this for free, I will post it under every single one of your like OnlyFans pictures so that all of your other followers can do this.
Well, obviously like, you were just going to block him. Like, you were going to allow the time to run out until he did that. Like, you were obviously just going to block him, right? I mean,
on the phone, like, I answered it, and he went, hello, and I was like, who is this? And he was like, please just talk to me. And I went, oh my fucking God, how have you got my number? And he went, off your Facebook. And I went, I don't even have it on Facebook. And like, my family are very like, if you don't have like maximum privacy settings on Facebook, you're going to get killed. I didn't have it on Facebook at all. Like, my family would not have allowed that. They're like really strict. And then he was going on about it, and I was like, you need to stop, or I'm calling the police now. Like, Georgia, get them on the phone. And yeah, like, they literally, he was like, okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop. And then still complained when I blocked him.
Strange mentality. I don't understand. I don't think we'll ever understand the mentality of like a stalker. No, I mean, what goes through someone's mind to think that it's acceptable to stalk someone? That's so strange.
But on the other hand, have you guys had any like incredibly good subscribers?
Do you know what? I just think that like any subscribers who go out of their way to be nice, like they stick in my mind a lot more than the bad ones. Like I have a subscriber who messages me like literally every single day, and he's like, hey, just want to let you know that you're very beautiful and you're such a lovely person to speak to, and you help me so much, and I love you. And I'm like, I love you too. Like, I love you, you're so cute. I think he's been subscribed for 7 months, and he's just like, I love all the content you put up, I love all the videos I've bought from you, and I love chatting to you. And I think that's just so lovely when people are like that, you know? But what about you, Anna? Have you got any?
Yeah, I just like ones that I have like normal conversations with. Like, you know, like ones that just like literally like every day they're like, hello, how are you? Like, I just, I think, because then you like actually like create like a nice relationship with them, and then it's just like easy talking. Whereas, to be honest, I think, just ones that like overly nice and like are more understanding, I guess. They're like the nice, I find the nicest
like proper
ones.
People instead of like.
Yeah. God, I had it with with someone who was into like Findom, so like wanted to be like my like pay pig, if you know what I mean. So he was my like pay pig for about a year, and then he was like, I'm in love with you, and I was like, why
Yeah.
are you in love with me?
Yeah.
I literally treat you like shit and take your money. Like, what's going on? And yeah, and then eventually he was like, oh, I can tell that this is only about the money with you, so yeah, I'm not interested anymore. And I was like, well, yeah, you're a pay pig. This is what you are. Like, you ended up getting feelings for me, and that's on you. Like, do not project that onto me. Do you know what I mean? But I haven't had it with OnlyFans. Have you had that on OnlyFans at all, Anna?
No, I think I'm quite open that I've got a boyfriend on OnlyFans, and especially as like we do like some videos together. I don't really like get that. Like I've never really had someone be like, oh my god, I'm in love with you. I think just because like they know there's no point.
So, do you have any subscribers that have been with you for, like, literally from the start or for a very, very long time at all?
Yeah, I've got some that I've had from the start. I guess, like, I keep them because, like, I just keep up conversation. You, like, do get that relationship. And as well, like, I do things, I don't know if you two do this, but I do, like, new videos each week. I know everyone does that differently, but quite a few girls I've spoken to kind of, like, do videos and then recycle them. Whereas I do, like, it's a lot of effort, but I do, like, new videos each week. So I think that kind of, like, yeah, it entices them to stay because they're like, oh, like, what's new? Like, what's next?
By switching it up and keeping it different, like, keeping up with, like, new content all the time is definitely encouraging, isn't it? For especially for people who are really like interested in your OnlyFans and interested in the videos you sell. They're like, ooh, what's coming next? What's she gonna do next week? Is it gonna be boy girl? Is it gonna be a solo?
I think a lot of people, because I do YouTube, a lot of people go just to be like, wonder what's under the clothes. Yeah. So they go for the initial, I just want to see kind of thing, as if they don't have, like, they don't want to stay for any longer. I think quite a few people do stay because, again, like, tried to post daily, and by tried to post, I mean I accidentally missed a few days last week because I was so poorly. But apart from that, I've posted every single day for, like, over a year, so please don't, like, take that as, oh God. But yeah, so I think that the videos every week. I used to also do this thing where every month, if they have their, like, rebills on, I would send them a free video. That's kind of, like, that was such a good idea. Like, pat on the back for me, apart from everyone leaked it because I gave them it free. So you did that to yourselves, subscribers. But yeah, no, like, a lot of people are so gracious about it. I was like, oh, like, thank you so much. This is so lovely. Like, such a nice touch. Can't wait to stay another month. And some people were like, if I haven't got it by the 4 p.m. on this day, then I was like, I give it to you as like a thank you for staying, not a this is part of your plan kind of thing. Yeah, so it got to a point where I stopped doing it because, say, 1 month, if I was literally, I'd done a video every week and then I had to do one for the subscribers, like, to redo it or whatever, if I did them a picture, if I did them like a shorter video, they'd complain, and I was like, I feel like I'm doing something nice for you, and like, what?
Yeah, I don't understand. I really don't. I had a guy who was like, are you gonna send me something for free to convince me to stay another month? I was like, no, I'd rather you leave with that attitude. Do you speak to your subscribers nicely, like the ones who are rude? I can't justify doing it. Like, if somebody's like messages me like 5 times in a row saying like, oi, hello, answer, instead of being like, oh, hi babe, sorry I was busy, I'm like, you really don't have to be that rude. Like, I have a life as well. I'll message you back when I can. Do you know what I mean?
I sometimes even get someone else. I'm like, what do I even fucking say to this? Because I'm going to be so rude. Like, I would sit there and be like, sort your fucking self out, mate. What do you do, Anna? You seem really nice. Like, you seem like such a nice person.
I honestly am.
If and I think it is, that's what
like,
it is.
I literally just have a fear that if I'm horrible to someone, they'll leak me. It sounds awful, but I just, like, that's how, like, my mentality is. So I just am nice to them because I think as well, like, paying for a service, so I just, like, give them it. To be fair, I've never had, I have people that are, like, pushy, but I just, like, try to explain it and be nice about it. But yeah, I think I'm a bit too scared to be, like, properly horrible just because I'm, like, I know what people can be like, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand the point that they're paying for a service, but just because they're paying to subscribe to you doesn't mean they should be able to speak to you like that. Do you know what I mean?
I fully get that.
That's kind of like what I always think. I think, yeah, okay, you've paid to subscribe to me, but I would rather you have not paid than deal with someone's like blatantly like really rude attitude. Do you know?
I feel that.
But no, I do get what you mean. Like, you do think to yourself sometimes, and you're like, oh, is this person now gonna go and take everything and leak it? But there's so many leaks weeks already that I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, if you get
So
to
many.
see our bodies that aren't anywhere that you haven't paid for, I mean, like, happy birthday, but that's about as good as it's gonna get. Like, there is, say, 1 to 5 pictures on the internet compared to thousands that we have, including videos that get sent to you, like customs. You're not getting the same. Don't be like, I don't need to subscribe because I've seen you on the internet. No, you fucking haven't. Like, just stop, alright, John? Okay, Anna, why do you do OnlyFans? Like, what do you get out of it? How does it fulfill you and your life? Like, and you have a boyfriend as well. Talk about, like, OnlyFans, your boyfriend, your experience with that.
So for me, I do OnlyFans because I like being, it's like so much better to be self-employed for me. Like, I get to wake up when I want, kind of do what I want. Obviously the money is unbelievable, so like this like sets me up for life, especially like, yeah, with my boyfriend. Like, we both say like the money I'm making now can like get us such a nice house, a nice car, like set us up. Like, I kind of want to get to a point where I'm earning so much that he can quit his job and we can just go travelling. Like, that's our like next plan of what we want to do.
I want to be with Anna.
You can come too. But yeah, so that's probably why I love it, just because of the freedom of it. It is like you are your own boss. Like, the harder you work, the more money you get. Like, if you want to have like a month where you don't do as much, you can. Whereas, yeah, I just didn't like, compared to like a normal job where you've got a boss and it's like 9 to 5, like it's just so much easier. Like, you can sleep in. I do love sleeping in. But yeah, I mean, it obviously, like, I also do actually love the job. Like, me and my boyfriend said the other day, like, if we won the lottery, what would you do? And I was like, I think I'd still do OnlyFans. I know it sounds so weird, but like, I love like making like nude photos and lingerie, and like feeling like so good about yourself. And it is like so nice. Like, it's so like, I don't know the word for it. Yeah, it is just like, I just really enjoy it as a job.
It's empowering.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've always been like
definitely.
this. However long I can remember, I've always been like quite, like, probably the most sexual person out of my friends. So it just suits me so much as a job. So yeah, that's probably why I love it so much, just because, yeah, it does suit me and just suits my lifestyle, really. But yeah, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Like, yeah, I guess with my boyfriend, that's just it. Like, he just sees it as a job as well. I do get quite a lot of people ask me, like, how does your boyfriend deal with it? Like, doesn't he hate it? But he just, he literally just sees it as a job. And he does say to me, he's like, I see, like, how happy it makes you. So, like, he's like, I just want to see you happy at the end of the day. But he is lovely, to be fair.
It's quite like a wide known thing now that I've had exes. The first one I was with when I started OnlyFans, and he didn't like it. And the second was absolutely fine with it until he wasn't. Like, he just stopped and was like, actually, do you know what? Like, I just don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
And then did he expect you to stop? Was it, oh, I've decided I don't like it anymore, so I don't want you to do it anymore?
No.
Was it that? No?
He didn't expect me to stop. He just turned horrible because, it was around the time, like, I started getting management, and I was like, this is what I'm planning to earn in this many months, and this is what I want to earn, this is my end goal. And he was like, and he just wasn't okay with it. He was quite old-fashioned, and he always wanted to be the breadwinner, and his words were, if you've got all that money, what can I give you? I don't know, emotions, love, weird, what else is it? Like,
That makes no sense.
It's like that.
Was he only around to give you money? That makes no sense.
I mean, he didn't give me money. Like,
That's the
I
thing.
mean,
it
I
doesn't make
wish
sense.
he did, but he didn't.
It's probably like the masculinity of it. You know, guys just like that,
Yes.
like ego, like that masculinity to be like the one that's got more money. Whereas like when the girl's got more money, they're probably just like not jealous, but like a little bit. He probably was just like a little bit intimidated, like, oh my god, she's doing so well.
Like, to the point where I've been with lads before that we've taken turns at paying for things. I always do that, you know, feminism. But I will have to literally, even if I'm paying, I'm like, here's my card or here's the money, so they can still like appear like they're paying.
Oh really?
Yeah.
My ex at one point, I remember, he was like that and he wasn't happy with me having an OnlyFans either. So it actually sounds a little bit like the situation that you were in with your ex.
Yeah.
And I remember at one point when we were out for food and he'd left his card in the car. So I was paying on my card and the woman come over to accept the payment and he was like, oh, by the way, she's not paying for it. I've just left my card in the car. I was like, you didn't have to announce that. Like, why did you announce that? Like, you can't, could you not hack the fact that you were a man and that a woman was I was like, whoa, everything has become clear to me now. I
Yeah.
understand why you don't want me to do OnlyFans, why you don't want me to like move to London to do modelling. And he also didn't want me to go to the gym to get a big bum. He was like, you'll look out of proportion. And I was like, no, you just don't want me getting popular. Like,
You
this
look
is
out of
so
proportion.
How
How
could
dare
I
you
look-
work out? That's how people get out of proportion, Tony. Okay,
I know.
They exercise.
I mean, the thing is, I'm pretty top heavy as it is, so it would take a lot of work to make me out of proportion.
Can't believe that.
It's so
That's so
strange.
weird.
Yes, so the final question for you lovely ladies is, how do you handle or how do you deal with requests that you don't want to do?
As you've mentioned, I'm probably way too nice.
I was anticipating you saying that.
To be fair, I do most requests, but if it's something, I do get a few very weird ones. So if it's something like outside my comfort zone, I just explain like it's just not for me. Like it's just not something that I am comfortable with doing, and I usually offer them something else, like something similar if there is something similar, or just say like, look, I do like such a range of different videos. Like, why don't you choose one of these? But some people just want like one thing, which is just
they want something super specific.
which is just
a lot of the time.
Would you like to tell us some of the weird ones that you've had? You don't have to, but
the ones that I just can't do, I like to do with like, I don't know how to say this, but just like and like
Yeah.
with
I knew you
that.
were going to say that.
Yeah, like
I fully knew. Or farting. I thought you were going to say farting.
okay, I
Farting.
haven't had one of those yet, but I've had a lot of like those, and I'm just like someone's paid like offered
Yeah.
so much money to watch me do that, and I just can't. Like I couldn't, like, imagine that got leaked, I would be crying. Like, I like to like enjoy
Yeah.
what I'm filming, whereas some are like, I've had someone literally write me out like a script, paragraphs and stuff to do, and I was like, how am I supposed to remember this? Like, I'm just a normal girl, like I'm not like a movie star that can like remember to do all this stuff. But yeah, I just say, yeah, be polite.
So what
Do you
did
know
you say
what?
to that one who's like written out all the stuff? Like, how do you say, like, sorry, I can't do this?
It was honestly so long, like so specific and so long, that I just said to him like, if I film this, it won't look like natural. Like, I was like, if you give me like little pointers, I can do them, because I can like make it into my own thing and make it like fun for me and like look fun. But I was like, I point blank just said like, look, I won't enjoy this, and it will show. Like, there's no way I can like remember all this, because I will have to like keep stopping and then like merge videos together, so it won't like look good. But yeah, I just had to say like, if you like, I basically just said, if you give me like smaller pointers, I can do it. But like a whole like, it's just
Like a whole script.
honestly,
it's not
it was
not
mad.
feasible, is it?
But
What
yeah,
about you?
Do you know what? To be fair, if someone offered the right amount, I would actually do like fetish videos. So like, I wouldn't have my face in them, for example. But if someone wanted to watch me wee and pay me like, I don't know, £500, I'd be like, by all means, like, I
I've done
will
it
wee
before.
for you.
I've done it.
That's so funny. But yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I know what I find is helpful with like my like requests that I don't necessarily want to do is, when you subscribe, I have a list of videos that I do have for sale, and they're the ones you can get. If it's not there, I probably don't do it. Like, I personally don't do an awful lot of butt stuff, because my little
Because it
starfish
hurts.
really like to be played with. It's like a little, like, it's like a baby deer. Like, you might scare it if you like startle it, and then it's like, ah. Personally, don't put a lot of things in my butthole, but every now and then, you know, if it's my birthday, 19th of April, there'll be a sale on Please Go. If it's my birthday, or like if there's, you know, I've got a spike in subscribers, I'll be like, do you know what? You're all getting treated. What's going on with butt this week? But then if someone's like, I want you to do a butt video, blah, 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 no. Because, like, I have it written down. This is what I do, this is what I don't do, blah, blah. And meats. Please don't ask us. It
infuriates me.
Yeah.
It literally infuriates me. I say to people, I'm like, I'm not a prostitute. Like, am
and
I
it's
a
not a bad
prostitute?
thing to be a
No.
prostitute, just so we get that clear. Like, it's just a difference in jobs. Like, because we are sex workers, we do what we do. It doesn't mean we do all aspects of sex work. And some people might, but they have that written down, and we also have written down what we do and what we don't do.
It bugs me that people think that because we show ourselves nude on our OnlyFans, that we would be happy to meet up with them and have sex with them.
All the males out there just sit there and go, Well, why wouldn't they want to have sex with me?
It's the ones who send like pictures or like dick pics and they're like, look what you could be having, and it's like still no.
I'm like, yeah, I don't want it. I really don't want it.
Yes,
Oh,
hello,
it's
shrimp.
honestly-
That's
I
nice.
know. You could pay me all the money you wanted. I am not going to have sex with
Guess
you.
what,
Like,
bitch? I'm already rich.
So thank you, Anna, for coming on today's podcast. Really appreciate it, and hope you had a lovely time as well.
Thank you so much for having me.
So thank you very much for coming on. Emily, thank you for being a wonderful co-host, as always.
Well, thank you for having me also, Tony.
Oh, no worries. And if you guys have any suggestions towards anything you'd like us to speak about on next week's episode, then just give us a message on the OF podcast on Twitter and Instagram.